What's up guys, Swift Coding back here with another video. Today we're going to be showing how to use collections, more collections such as dictionary and stack. So why don't we start off with dictionary. So dictionary is based on a dictionary in real life. You know, the real life dictionary, words, the definition, plurals, tenses, everything. So with dictionary, there's a really important thing. It's called key value. Let's write dictionary out in its syntax. You can see key value. The key is what you have to find the value. In this case, for a real life dictionary, the key would be the page and the value would be the word. If I was looking for the word identify, I would go to, for example, page 123. The value would be identify and the page would be page 123 would be the key. So, and we can use any values. So we could have string as a name, and we could have another string as what sport they play, or there's much more. So what we're gonna make is a basic one, a phone book. So string, their name, and then long. Long is another variable type that is about integers, except they're longer and they're not meant for addition or subtraction. You can use addition and subtraction, except they're not meant for that. They're meant for like long things such as phone numbers, large amounts of something, and so on. So let's call it phone book. Now again, just as a list is written, it's just like that. There are quite a few different functions from a list because they're very similar. So phone book, let's see what functions. There are add, there are values, get a collection containing the values, so we can make an array or something, can clear, we can remove, we can add, everything. Why don't we add that? So let's write the name, let's call him Jake. So the name and phone number, let's just say that's his phone number. And now there's a function that we're going to learn today. It's going to be one of the only functions we're going to learn with the dictionary. It's phone book. We put this in a condition. It's called phone book dot contains key. Contains key is we write the key. In this case, the key is Jake, because that's the name we have to find to access this. Now Jake, what we do now is we put Jake. What that does is it finds if phone book contains a certain key value, and in this case it will always happen no matter what, because Jake, we just added it. Now what we can do is we can add an index, but we don't have to find the index by number. We can use it via string. So what we can do is, why don't we do console.write line dot and then what we can do, phone book, and then we put the square brackets to show our index, and then string key, which in this case would be Jake. And what this will show, well, this is what it will show it will show Jake's phone number. So now why don't we go ahead, run it, put console.read line so we can actually see it. Now let's run it. Just wait for it to load. As you can see, it just wrote the phone number. If it didn't write its name or anything, it just wrote its phone number. So then again, just like a normal dictionary, if we had an integer here for the page and the long and the string for the word, the integer would be the key, and we would have an integer, say it was page 123 to find the word identify. We would write console.writeLine dictionary or whatever name, and then the index would be 123. Then what it would write is the value. So we know that this is the key, and if we find out the key of this, we can find out their phone number. So now that we've just learnt dictionary, why don't we go ahead and start stack. So a stack, I like to think of it as a crossover between C# and JavaScript, because C# and JavaScript are they're both easy and they're both very similar. They use functions, a lot of things use functions, but they use a lot of the same things. Stack uses a lot of the functions you would find in JavaScript. So it's kind of like a list. If we had a stack of integers, why don't we actually use long? And this was a phone book again, but except it only had phone numbers. Just call it phone book, then equals new, then that would be the syntax, just like a list. Now, before you watch this video, before you watch this, if none of this has made sense to you, I would go and watch lists and arrays and variable types before watching this. So phone book dot, let's check the functions out. There are two functions that we're going to learn, and then there's count and clear, which clear is pretty self-explanatory, and count just gets how many items are in it. Now push is like add, except it puts it at the top. So if I went push, if I added push, it's pretty much add. If I pushed one, then I did that exact same thing again, but except with two. Index 0 would be 1, index 1 would be 2. Now that's push. Now we also have phonebook.pop. Pop gets the number that was at the top of the stack and pops it. So think of it like a balloon with numbers. There's a balloon at the bottom, which is 1, and there's a balloon at the top, which is 2. Now we just popped the balloon that was at the top, which was 2. So we just popped it. Now it's gone. Now there's only 1 in phone book. So that's it for today. See you all in the next one. Bye.